Hello, hello, hello. Give me something to drink here. We are back in the shop, working again. Don't know why I'm singing. Here we go. That's a little bright there, isn't it? Hope everybody is having a good Tuesday, not Monday, Tuesday. Here we go. I'll put that somewhere out of the way. Over here. Been working on, I'm gonna break that up. I don't know. This little carving knife. What is this? Got it up to 220. I'm trying to get that taken care of. So while we wait for some people to show up in the chat, I'm just gonna talk to myself apparently. That's what I do now. So, which is fine. And then we got some cooler weather setting in the mornings at least, but it's still like 70 in the afternoons. But at least there's cooler fall weather in the morning, which I am enjoying. I don't know about the rest of y'all, but I'm about tired of warmer weather. How are y'all doing today? So, okay. Hello, hello, hello. What's going on? Is everybody enjoying their afternoon? I'm trying to get this knocked out before too much longer. Hi, hi, hi. How's everybody doing? I am just about done sanding this blade, and I can move on to something else because that would be fantastic. Because nobody likes sanding. I hope everybody is doing well today. I am very glad to be home and working. What am I doing? I am, let's see if I can get you over here. Lights are always bright. Turn this around. I have a little carving knife that I'm working on. Here's the handle for it. So I have already done the other side. I'm a knife maker, so I make knives, all sorts and shapes, mostly EDC kind of kitchen and like outdoor kind of knives. So basically, I just have decided that I'm gonna show whatever I'm working on that day, once a week. So if anybody's got questions about what I'm doing, how I'm doing it, you can kind of just hang out and shop with me, I guess. Oh, no, I wouldn't do that. This is actually for my cousin. She and her mom do a lot of wood carving, so she asked if I could do that. And I'm like, well, never made one, but I guess I could. So I don't know if I want to make a bunch of them, but I figured I would give this a little whirl and try this one out. So that's what we're doing. It has been an interesting adventure, but I don't know that I want to be making wood carving knives long term. I kind of like other stuff better that's a little bit more my style. Like, I guess, kind of a little bit more EDC, kind of like this way big handles, but you know, something like that. know, something like this. But then I'm also making a bunch of chef's knives and kitchen knives right now too, so that's what I'm doing. I actually did not get to do a whole bunch of work last week, just with family stuff and everything, because I do this part-time. When I get off from work, I do this, so depends on what I got going on in my schedule as to how much work I get to do in the shop every week. But got the little kids, it's hard to schedule that sometimes, but you know, the older they get, the easier it will be. But I get as much time as I can when I can get it. Just sometimes taking care of little ones, you gotta take care of little ones, which is fine. I don't mind, but it's like anything, parenting is hard. So that is what I am doing. And this is, like I said, about done. I had planned to do this yesterday, but that changed. So normally I do it on Mondays. I just decided, let's make Mondays better. It's something maybe y'all can look forward to. I don't know, Mondays just work better in my schedule, but nobody seems to like Mondays. So I decided I would do this on Mondays, because I don't really like, I don't think anybody likes Mondays, but I don't have time to make full edited videos just with my schedule, and I don't mind doing them. It's just really hard to do by myself. So this is very unedited. Actually, it's not edited at all. So you get it raw, unfiltered. What I'm doing is what I'm doing. But you could learn a lot, I guess, if you wanted to learn, you know, the process, or you had questions. I'm not really, you know, I don't keep secrets, so I can share pretty much anything you want to know. If I know, I'll share with you. So if people have questions, feel free to ask. Feel free to ask. So, all right, so let's just do some cleanup here, and this should be done. This is like the most boring thing, though. That's why I want to get through it. I don't know anybody that really enjoys hand sanding anything. All right, let's pull this out of here, and I'll show you where we're at. Need to clean up a couple more things, but that's kind of how it looks right now. Like I said, I wish I would have been done with this last week, but that did not happen, and that's okay. So I'm debating whether I want to black all this out and just leave the blade kind of shiny. I don't know. I think that would look cool. What do you think? Think we should do it? I got these little chamfers here. I gotta get cleaned up real quick. It shouldn't take too long. They're pretty small. Need to get a better vise, but this makes do, and I've been using it pretty much for a long time. Gosh, my buddy made these, I don't even know how long ago. A long time. Probably had this thing for longer than 10 years. They work. I'm sure there's better things I could use, better options I had, but I feel like you get used to using the same thing and you just keep using it because it's been working. What do y'all like doing? Is this something you would like to see me make? I thought about doing a like a viewer build or something like that where y'all can give me some input. I feel like that'd be interesting. Could be very chaotic at the same time. Have like all these different inputs. Can y'all see what I'm doing? I don't know if I need to, I don't know how to get this closer where you can actually like, I wish I could like give you a better view sometimes, you know, but something I could get is a, I don't know, like an overhead thing to hold cameras or something like that. That would be great, but I don't have none of that. Just try not to stab myself with this thing right now. Because that would be bad. I feel like everybody gets really quiet all of a sudden. There's like no chat. Nobody talking. That's fun. It was like this last week. I don't know if people are just watching or they're just ignoring me. Could be both. Had a bunch of people here last week. That was a lot. But that was on Monday, so I don't know. Never done it on Tuesdays. Is there a, I wonder if there's a better time. I'm sure like the evenings like would be better. Might get more people. But like I said, I'm watching little ones at that time, so this is when it's available for me. So this is what we roll with. We be rolling. Once I get this done, then I need to figure out where to put my maker's mark on this one because it's such a small blade. I don't know if it'll fit. What's going on? Anybody new? People jumping in here? Got some new people in. I don't know if it tells me who's here. It just tells me how many people's here. So I don't know. I ain't got a clue who's here. I don't know if people show back up or we got some new people. All I see is who's commenting. Like I said, I normally do this on Monday, but it today. Need to start, I guess, putting it out there in advance. Maybe that would help. What do you think? Because I forget. I watch other people sometimes when I'm cooking dinner or something, and I like to listen to what people are saying, but leave me a comment. Let me know. You like it, you don't like it, you want to see me make something. Everybody's like, make a sword. I'm like, okay, why do you want to make a sword? Everybody wants to make a sword. You want to see me like juggle or dance and sing and make a sword all at the same time? I feel like that's like people watching too much TV. Anybody got a question? I was just wondering what I'm doing. Need to go back to working on the handle. I almost wish I had a smaller piece of like this. Can't see what I'm working on. Alright, got that side, go back to this side. So I have been doing, well, I've been making knives for, oh gosh, how long now? Since 2006. Quite a while. Never made one of these. So this is new. And said, I don't think I would, I don't know. I don't think I would want to make these a lot. But I like making things new sometimes. Like a new challenge, you know. I just don't like working on blades that are this small, I guess. Is everybody happy with the cooler weather? I don't know. I don't know where people live. I assume people have the same weather I do. Sometimes you get in this thing where you think people, you know, deal with the same things you deal with, but we don't. Y'all could be like living in Florida or something and it's still like 80 degrees out, which just sounds terrible. I'd much rather be cold than hot any day. Where's the best place to live? You could just like wake up and change the weather according to how you feel. Maybe we'll do that one day. I have a, you know, app or something. Who knows? And start reading books. Have people listening to me read books while I do this. I don't know. I don't like to read books. I can't sit still long enough to read a book, I guess. I like stories. I like to listen to books, but I don't like to read them. People like to go to the beach and relax. I can't do that. I want to do stuff. So, my neighbor's chickens. I don't know if y'all can hear that. A rooster likes to come over to our side of the house, and yeah, he's going now. Y'all hear that? You hear the rooster? Okay, maybe not. I think there's two of them. They go back and forth at each other. So. It is like prime weather right now. It's like maybe 70. It could be colder, but you know, it's gonna cool off probably next couple weeks, I'm sure. I love this time of year. College football, cooler weather. You can go outside and not just sweat just standing there. Yeah. Nobody likes that. Okay, we're getting close. So, anybody got a question? I feel like the first time I did this, people asked so many questions, which is cool. I like it when people ask questions. I don't mind explaining things, but like, I don't want to explain everything if somebody knows what's going on. I don't want to assume you know. Like my wife, she's a teacher, but I don't like to teach, but I do like to teach. I don't think I'd want to teach like school. That would be, I wouldn't want to be a school teacher. Here's my dog trying to get out. Okay. I'm gonna do these sides real quick. Oh man. Got our dog. He's a Bernese mountain dog. I don't know why his father. He's a Bernese mountain dog, and he likes to escape all the time. I hear him over there, like trying to escape over there. He's like Houdini. Neighbor sent me a message the other day that he was setting off their Ring camera. Okay, do the other side. Trying to hurry because I'm really trying to get past this. I wish I would have been like further along this week, but it is. Okay. All right. Let's get this thing out of here. You know what? So it's all shined up. I think I want to black it just because I want to see what it looks like. So if not, take it off. Take it off. So what we'll need to do is clean the blade up first, because otherwise it will be blotchy and ugly, and we don't want that. So bring it over here. Let's go over here. Let's just see what I'm doing. Let's just see all my messy shop over here. You see all that? There's just stuff everywhere. All right, so we got some acetone. Got our blade. So we're just gonna clean the blade off. That's why I put gloves on. You do not want to clean something off and touch it with your hands, because the oils from your hands will leave little spots all over it. So whenever you do any kind of finish on there, it'll be blotchy, and that's why, because the oils from your hands prevents it from working. I don't know where to put this. I'll put it right there. All right, so I got some of this super glue, but I think I got a sprayer, but I don't want it everywhere. So I'm going to use a Q-tip to do this. And this is just cold bluing, but it'll make it black. Okay. You see it? I don't want it like all over the blade, because I gotta go back and put my maker's mark. So I'll go back and remove it from that section, but all the rest of this, yeah, I think I'm gonna go black. I don't know, it'll look cool. Maybe. Hopefully. See, even this looks a little blotchy. You gotta like go back and even it out. It forms like little oxides. And just take a little bit of like steel wool and just hit it and knock those oxides off. Kind of even everything out. And it'll look kind of grungy and nasty for a while, but then you kind of do it a couple different times. Like I said, it's kind of all over it right now. but I can go back and clean that up once I do my finish passes, and it'll look really good. But right now, it kind of is in this like grungy look right now. I'm gonna say you just got to trust the process. I don't know if you can see this. You can see it's a little bit uneven. It's a little bit uneven, so you just kind of even it out and then go back and just kind of repeat the process until you get it. Either that, if you don't like it, you got to go back and just clean it all. Could be you missed something. You know, sometimes that's the case. Sometimes it's just like the one spot you hits first and then it doesn't hit another spot. It'll be uneven. I don't know. Sometimes it's hard to tell if I like it or not. I feel like this spot is not getting cleaned. That looks better. I don't even know what kind of steel this is. Maybe double, I don't know. Double aught, triple aught. This is just a fine steel wool. Very subtle. You can see that. Okay, we'll go back and clean this up a little bit. Just do a couple quick passes on there just to clean it up. Where'd my thing go? And then we'll go to my logo. Dang, running into light. I don't know if y'all, as they cut out, I don't know if y'all caught everything I did or not. Say if you got questions, just say so. I'm pretty laid back. So we're just gonna clean this up just a little bit and then figure out where I'm gonna put my logo. Try not to go past that edge. Preferred manufacturer of abrasives. It depends on the abrasives. Like this this like sheet paper. I like the Rhino Wet red line. It cuts really fast. I also like the Red Label abrasives and the VSM for belts. I have like a 2x72 belt grinder. I like those. Depends on, like I said, depends on what you're talking about there. There's a lot of people that make abrasives now. There's a lot of companies, and they're always trying to come out with like something new. But that's what I prefer. Clean Spore, they're okay. Yeah, they're okay. I probably have some Clean Spore in there, and I'll try stuff. I'll give it a try. I think I don't like their higher grits, like 220 and above. I don't know. I just don't like them. They have too much of a, like you said, they wander too much. I just don't like that. They may have gotten better. I don't know, but I like what I've been using. So I haven't used them since then. Depends on what you want to pay for, I guess. I try to get good belts. They're more expensive. But, you know, time is money. VSM, it's V. Here, I'll show you. It's VSM. I like them a lot. I don't know what I got on here. No. So a lot of these are, let me turn around. These are my hanging belts. A lot of these are a conglomerate of different things I've been trying. Yeah, like these. It's got this little VSM. They're, I don't know if you can see where the joints on these, see they're tapered like that. So it makes the belt transition a little smoother. So it's not just like a bump. It's kind of like more gradual. A lot of that depends on Depends on the backer as well. So if it's got like a cotton backer, it's not going to have as much cushion. If you can get like the higher grits, if you get some like the Trizac belts, they got a lot more cushion. I don't usually go above like 220 on the belts for like blades and stuff, just because there's so much belt bump. But I have some of the yeah, they're definitely good. They come out with a lot of stuff. I forgot what I was saying. Oh, the like the Trizac or Gator belts, they're just thicker, so it gives you more. You could put like some people, maybe not on like the platen, but like a disc, they'll put like a rubber or leather. That helps. Anything to like cushion it a little bit, but you want it to be flat. Yeah, you want it to be flat if you're trying to grind flat. Otherwise, you're just going to wash out whatever you're grinding or sanding. Like even these is like a harder rubber, and this is a little bit softer rubber. So once I go up to like past 600, I'll use this one. It's a little bit softer. It gives you cleaner scratch pattern. So talking about abrasives is always a super interesting topic. It's super important. Like I say that with sarcasm. It is important to have good abrasives, but they cost money. There's some that are like $15 a belt, and I have yet to buy them. I've heard people say that they're really good, but I don't know. Maybe they are. I don't do a lot of heavy stock removal though, so. I used to use a lot of the Norton Blaze. They are. Belts are, I say, abrasives are, but you got to use them like they're free. I mean, I just screwed that up royally. I did. It's okay. They are super, I don't say they're super, but they can be expensive. So if you can find a good supplier that you like, I would recommend doing that. Yeah, good chat. I say stop by anytime. All right. So it's my little maker's mark. And I believe that this whole thing is way too big for this blade. So I'm thinking I'm only going to do a partial of it. We'll see. I'll show you the super sophisticated technical thing I got here. This is a battery, literally a 9-volt battery taped to a board. They make etchers that are like $300 something to do this, and I use a battery. That's what I use. These things are just crazy expensive. So I will get something to put this on. No. Need a clamp. It's like this blade's almost too small. There we go. And you can't see what I'm doing now, can you? Yeah. Let me get this clamped and I'll move the camera. Sri Lanka, man, that's different. Here, you see better here? Yeah. Is that better? Can't really tell what I'm doing, can y'all? I can't see it because there's words in my way. So I'm going to tape. I need some tape. Put my maker's mark on here. Trying to get it positioned in a good spot. It's hard to see exactly where it's at. But it's important to get it secured because you don't want that thing moving once you start etching it. It would be bad. Moving all over the place. Okay, so we have, that's electrolyte solution. And we have a neutralizer. So we got one of these connected to the battery. And then we're going to connect that, hopefully this will work, to the blade. And then this one goes to the other side of the blade. And this is the side we'll put the Q-tip on. And put our electrolyte solution on there. I usually will soak the Q-tip. It feels kind of weird. It's kind of hard. I don't like that one. I'll soak the Q-tip and then get like a paper towel and kind of take some of that off. Because you want it damp, but you don't want it like saturated. So this works pretty well when I do it like that. So I just kind of take some of that off. And then I clip one side into little alligator clips and I take the other side and connect it to the battery. And then all I do is I'll put it on where the stencil is and I'll hold it for maybe like 3 or 4 seconds and you'll see it start like bubbling. Well, you can't see it, but I wish I could put this somewhere. You could see it'll start bubbling and then I'll take it off. And I'll do that a number of times. And so it's just kind of eating away the steel just a little bit. But just where that little mark is. And that's how that works. It's just using electricity and electrolyte solution, and it just eats a little bit of the steel away. It's kind of crazy how well it works. Like I said, they make machines that do this probably really well, where it'll etch into the steel and then it marks it where it makes it darker. Depending on the polarity. I said, but I have found that this a 9-volt battery works pretty well. It doesn't necessarily make it dark, but it's deep enough that you can like catch a fingernail on it or something. But then, like I said, you could go back and blacken it, something like that. Anybody have questions about this setup? I mean, it's super simple. It's like a 9-volt battery. Okay. So I take that off. And I'll show you what it looks like. It's super ugly right now, but you gotta get cleaned up. See how it's kind of ugly looking right now? It don't take just like a little bit of a couple passes and it'll clean up. But what you want to do and what's very important is to neutralize it. Neutralize my stencil. Put a little bit on the blade and neutralize that. It cleans everything out of it, so it makes it, you can use them longer that way. So. Super gross looking. All right. So we neutralize the blade so it won't eat it anymore. But yeah, it's kind of grungy looking now. So I'll come back over here, put it back in the vise and clean it up. This thing's wanting to be difficult. You'd think I would keep this wrench where it's supposed to be, but it never is. Okay. All right. Couple passes with the sandpaper to clean this up. And we'll see what it looks like. And so I hope I explained that well enough. That y'all could understand what I was doing. Just like 2 alligator clips and a 9-volt battery and some electrolyte solution. Say it's not super complicated whatsoever. That's better. I think I'm going to put a little bit of this blackening on here to get down in there, just to give it a little contrast. Yeah, it looks good. All right. So after all that, let me turn you around. It's like I gotta have light to see, but then y'all can't see it. That's what it looks like now. It's black. Let me take it outside. See if I'll take it outside. It might be better. Some sunlight. Hey, where'd it? All right, let's go outside. Focus. There we go. So that's what it looks like. What y'all think? That look good? Got a little bit of crud on this side I gotta clean off now. But yeah, that's what it looks like now. Put a little bit of that black on there, kind of gets down into it. That's normally what I do, and then I take a couple passes and it goes over the top and cleans it up. So that's my process. I say it don't take long. It's pretty quick, but it works. So that's what I kept been doing. Like I said, they make machines that do this, but they're like $300 something. And I have yet to see a need to get one. So I haven't. Cool. So all right, that's all cleaned up. So I'm gonna hit it with a little bit of WD-40, and that kind of just seals in all those oxides a little bit. Plus it smells good. I love the way WD-40 smells. So let's set this to the side. I'm gonna work on the handle. But the blade is basically finished at this point. Make sure I got all that taken care of. So the blade is basically finished. But I want to, I want to go up in grits on this. Problem is I don't really remember where I stopped. I want to say we're ready for like 400 grit now. So what we will do is take some of this oil. If I can get it open, it like seals itself shut. And then it hardens inside of it. So there we go. So I get a little bit of oil on here. That's what that wood looks like. Really need something to put in down there. What can I use? Because I don't really want to be touching it. Yeah, I can see a little bit where I need to sand right up in there. Man, this wood's pretty. Maybe I should put my gloves back on. Oh no. I feel like I'm trying not to touch it at the same time. Doesn't really affect it any, but I got sticky hands everywhere. This isn't really the final coats, so it's not gonna like hurt it any. I really won't hurt it anyways, but what it does is help seal the wood, but it also kind of lets me see kind of some spots that need to be sanded. So and it makes it look pretty. I don't know about y'all, but this, look at that. It's a pretty piece of wood. So take a little bit of this 400 grit. We'll go to sanding. And it takes a little bit of that oil while you're sanding, and it kind of just feels those pores in the wood and just kind of helps seal it. You can see, but then it just clogs. So it just clogs the paper up so fast. But that's okay. I feel like this is always the hardest part to get right in this area. So I have like all these different things I use to try to help. I just try stuff. If it works, I keep using it. If it doesn't seem to be working, I'll try something else. And then over time, I kind of figure, this works better for this, that works better for that. Sometimes it's hard to tell. You just use a bunch of stuff. Awesome. Now after this, I'm just going to build layers of oil onto it. And it'll build up a nice protection, seals all the wood. And then you can kind of buff it and it'll look really, really good. Y'all got any questions? Nobody ever has questions apparently anymore. And you gotta move the paper around a lot because this oil will clog it up fast. And then you're just like not really sanding anymore at that point. All right, get your So after this, I will probably maybe go to some Scotch-Brite or something like that. I kind of just like the finish of the Scotch-Brite. It's like a nice, feels good in the hand. but it's not like super polished. It's a little bit more matte, but I like the way it looks. Anybody got questions? Where I got here, how I got here to this point with this project? I say I've been making knives for a number of years, since 2006. Mostly, I won't say mostly. I learned a lot from a lot of other people, but I also had to figure a lot of stuff out on my own. All right. I don't know why I threw that. Looks good. The hardest part now is when you do this oil, you're supposed to let it dry. You're supposed to do thin layers and let it dry in between, which can be somewhat difficult sometimes when you're trying to get something done. And you don't want to be touching it at that point. I'm gonna drop it. Looks good though. So this is probably where I'm going to end it today, just because, like I said, all this is supposed to dry. So I appreciate all of y'all that stuck around, if any of y'all did from the beginning. I say I do this every week. Well, I say every week. Starting to do this every week, but I normally do it on Mondays. So I'm going to try to start doing them on Mondays. But this week did not work out. So if you like what I do, you can follow me here or on Instagram, Facebook, wherever. Just Blowart Knives. So appreciate y'all hanging out. But I think I'm gonna end it there. What do you think? Looks good? All right, appreciate y'all.